right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode to the Committed to Me podcast. My name is Alexis Campbell, licensed clinical social worker and supervisor.
All right, Keisha Smiley Britton, licensed mental therapist. Okay. Why don't we do this every time? We have at least 2 to 3 bloopers for this intro. So
every time.
I don't know why. It's not like our name or title changes.
No, it doesn't.
All right, licensed social worker, mental health therapist. Welcome back.
Hey, y'all. So, Keisha, okay. I got a song for you, girl. So see if you know the song. This song is related to today's topic
it's
as
the
well
microphone
too.
For me. Go ahead.
Right. This is the Heartbreak.
Okay.
Hotel.
I did not think you was gonna come up with that
song. I love that song.
Okay.
What's the name of it? Oh, I knew you wouldn't got it. What you do to me? Look what you did to me. You know, I don't even know who wrote that song. Y'all know the song.
Oh, I got to look it up.
Yeah.
I want to say some Whitney and Mary, but I don't. Kelly. You know Kelly Price?
No, maybe it is Kelly Price, but I know it's Heartbreak Hotel. This is the Heartbreak Hotel. She ate that
Whitney Houston.
That's Whitney Houston?
Yeah, I know. What tripping?
Oh my God, Whitney girl, I'm so sorry.
I was not tripping. Okay.
I'm so sorry, Whitney. Whitney she knew what she was doing.
All right,
that is Whitney Houston.
Yay. Because I'm picturing the tie with the glasses.
Okay.
I knew I wasn't tripping. Okay, y'all.
Well, yes, y'all. Today's topic is about cheating in relationships and how to heal through it. And so, Keisha, girl, tell me, have you ever been cheated on?
I have. Baby, those were the trenches.
Same.
Trenches. It's this video a couple years ago. This girl, she was on Instagram talking about stand up.
Yeah.
Every time I think about it, girl, stand up. Walk away.
Cheating will definitely take you to a low place.
A very low place.
A very low place.
Yeah, you forgetting who you are, forget your words.
Moving fast like a ghost in the night, girl. Like, cheating will definitely take you there.
It'll create a whole new person. You be like, I don't even know who I am no more. I forgot who I was. Okay?
That part. Yeah.
And so you look in the mirror, put the lipstick on, put the heels on, and say, you know what? We're going to get it back.
Bouncing back.
Okay. So, yeah, cheating is hard, right? So, today we're going to talk about, let's start with micro cheating.
Okay, what is that, girl? I've never heard that
it's coming up with all kind of terms.
I know, like, what is that? I mean, I know emotional cheating, but is that the same as micro cheating?
Let's say micro cheating starts out with, like, what if you my work husband, right?
Okay.
So we're coming in and, hey, how you doing? Right? What you got for lunch today? Oh yeah, you want some of my right?
You chicken pot pie.
You know, oh let me have some, right? So it's just little habits that start out before we even get to the emotional or physical cheating.
Gotcha.
Right? A lot of flirting, maybe a lot of touchy. Maybe we can exchange numbers and we're gonna downplay it like, oh, you're just my coworker, I'm checking in with you, right? Little things like that start out to like open that door to something, right?
Yeah.
Or even, hey, you looking good today, you worked out. Right?
Yeah.
You know, stuff
So
like
subtle.
that. You know, it's real subtle, especially if you aren't attentive, right?
Right.
Either somebody dropping the cues and somebody not picking them up, or somebody's like, you know what, I think they might like me, let me see, you know, but...
So it's both parties engaging in it, not just one person.
I think it could be one person, because what if that one person is in a relationship and the other person isn't? Right?
Okay.
So the one who's not, it's not considered cheating for them because they're not tied to anybody.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it has to even be both ways.
Right? So which words, like physically cheating, micro cheating, or emotional cheating, or is it just all the same for you?
Which one is worse?
Yeah.
Okay, physical cheating, it's up there. It's up there,
yeah,
right?
It's really
but
up
when
there.
you do emotional cheating, you are developing what I feel like a soul tie. Right? Like we develop in a bond.
Soul tie gets developed when sex happens too.
It does. But emotionally, like, okay, let's say if it was just physical cheating. You know how men be like, oh, that's just a hoe, I ain't worried about her. Boom, cut it off, right? If we emotionally cheating, I'm not letting you go, right? I'm gonna keep at it, right? We're gonna keep that door open. Now I don't know if I love you, I love him, I love both of these people, right?
Yeah.
And so I feel like emotional cheating is harder to break. Right? Or to stop it, because now you got your heartstrings tied into it. On top of the physical bodies, intertwined.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's all bad, but I feel like emotional cheating takes it to a whole nother level.
It
right?
does. I agree with you when you say like it's all bad. Like it's all bad. And I don't know. Like I sometimes like I've been watching a lot of like movies, been reading a lot of books, and like the characters are getting cheated on, and especially like it takes you back to a place when you even got cheated on and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember for a very long time before I started therapy or even like doing the work as a therapist, I used to fall into the same rhetoric of like, oh, it's the woman's fault, you know. And I think these days, like a lot of women still like fall into that, like, oh, it's my fault, like he cheated because of me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was watching Married to Medicine the other day, and of course, like there's been some infidelity that has happened in the relationship, and like there is one woman in particular where the cheating was like being almost like placed on her, like she was the reason why her man cheated, and I'm like, that is crazy.
Manipulation.
Yeah,
that's mind games, like on a whole nother.
But it wasn't necessarily her man blaming her. It was like society saying like, "Oh, girl, you basically walked that woman into you guys' like home type of thing." Yikes. And so it's just like I think people still like women and men still live into that like thought process that like, oh, cheating is because like I did something wrong, and I don't think that's necessarily true.
Correct. I don't. Right. There's always things that play into why someone even considers cheating. Right.
Exactly.
Okay. We got the neglect. Maybe we're disconnected. Maybe there's no intimacy. Maybe they put me down. They belittle me. Right. Mm-hmm. So you go searching for that outside. Mm-hmm. Right. But at the end of the day, the choice to cheat is on the person who's doing the cheating. There right. Yeah. Because I may not be getting these things, but I can talk to you about it. We can work it out. Yeah. We can actually whatever. There's all kind of adjustments to be made, mm-hmm. right? But you don't have to choose cheating because if I'm not getting what I need from you, why not just break up and leave?
Yes. Why not communicate?
Thank you. So I think that is unfair to place it on the other person.
It is. I think sometimes cheating is like a reflection of that person's character or a reflection of like your lack of discipline or the relationship that you have with yourself. Like instead of you doing the hard thing, which is like staying and working it out, mm-hmm. or even going to couples counseling, you decided to be selfish and self-centered and choose like yourself over your partner. And so I don't think it's a blame on like your partner. I think it's a reflection of like where you're not doing the work, mm-hmm. And a lot of people, they come from households where mama was out cheating or daddy was out cheating. So some people have like a really skewed perspective on like relationships and mm-hmm. how to get through very tough times without being self-centered or selfish.
That's true. And then cheating it's not going to solve the problem, right? The problem is still going to be there when you come back home.
Yep.
It's going to be there 3 months later if you're not putting in the work to handle it, right? So really it's like a fake to get out of it or to some avoidant type behavior, mm-hmm. right? Mm-hmm. But you got to ask yourself, you still have to make that decision. Am I going to choose to be in this relationship?
Yeah.
And if I'm going to choose to be in this relationship, I should show up fully.
Yeah.
Right, to work through these issues. Because, no relationship is perfect. You got the ups and downs.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go through that phase where you like, okay, I don't really like my partner, with mm-hmm. this, right? Mm-hmm. And now we need to talk about how you even get to that point, right?
Yeah.
But cheating that's tough.
It is tough. It's heartbreaking, especially when you are believing that like you're the cause of that cheating as well too. And so like I'm wondering for you, like how did you get through being cheated on? Did it take a toll on your self-esteem?
Yes and no. So I think I just realized I was like, they say like you wake up, like you just wake up one day, right? You have all the signs, but you don't want to believe the signs that you see, and you try to make excuses like, well, maybe it's this, right? Mm-hmm. And then you just see all the signs and you got to tell yourself, okay, enough is enough, right? Yeah. Like, because I feel like when you are dealing with a partner who's cheating for so long, like you mentally are diving into that and everything mm-hmm. else outside of that just gets neglected and pushed back, right?
Yeah, like they become at the center.
Yes, and before you know it, you're like, okay, I haven't done this, I haven't done that, I've lost this weight, I'm not taking care of myself, right? And then you just snap out of it one day, right?
Yeah.
So I never looked at it like it was my fault because I knew, of course, it's not my fault. Like,
right.
This is on you, right?
Your ass,
okay.
You got
and it was just like, man, forget that. Like, I deserve better, right? Yeah. And I'm out here begging this man to act right, or I'm accepting less than right, mm-hmm. giving something it passes, and it's just like, girl, why? Like,
mm-hmm.
you literally don't have to take that. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's like having a pep talk, like how Issa used to have them battles dressed up in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
All right, girl, like, you deserve better, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like, you gotta be able to just walk away. It is what it is. And no matter how much you love this person, how many years y'all been in the game, like,
let it go,
right? Yeah. It's not healthy for you, right? So, I mean, I do it with me because we ain't finna go there. But in my mind, baby, I'm finna call you mama, your daddy, your grandma.
I'm gonna tell.
I'm gonna let everybody know what you did to me. I don't want them to think you're a good person because you're not, right? And it's just like you got to be able to say enough is enough, and I want to separate myself from whatever's hurting me, whatever is toxic, right? And it does take strength to leave, especially when y'all been there 4, 5, 6 years, right? But you got to just be like, okay, my time is up. Yeah. You know, and a lot of women are like, well, I put in time. I built them up. We got so many years. No. And I'm like, all you got is years. Yeah. Literally. You ain't got nothing else.
And time is so precious.
It is. And why are we wasting our youth and our precious years on people or situations that even don't even deserve it, right?
Yeah, or a man that's not seeing you
at all. Mm-mm. So you just got to be able to say, okay, enough is enough. So I feel for the women who do have those battles with self-esteem, and you know, you want to blame yourself, but I can only hope, like, okay, hopefully somebody's speaking into them, right? Yes. But when you like, especially with Married to Medicine, when you comes to marriage and we've been together 10, 15 years, that's a lot of manipulation and mind work that has been done on somebody to even stay beyond that, right? Especially when it's been cheating. I'm sorry, cheating, right? Yeah. There's a lot of work that has to be rewired, I feel like, in the mind.
Yeah, that right? I can do this by myself. Yeah. I can do life by myself. Life can be okay without this person. I've been cheated on, and it's not a good experience. But I'm the type of person where, like, I don't know if it's my ancestors or my intuition, the Holy Spirit, but like once I get like this feeling, like, oh no, girl, something I'll go. I used to past tense. I'm a recovering phone checker. Okay, I used to go through that phone. I used to look, unlock it, figure out. I would even go through the Apple Watch.
Girl, I'm checking mail.
Okay. Because I will, if I'm having a hunch, I will check it. Now, of course, like the person I am now, like now I'm like, oh, if I have that hunch and I ask you and you tell me, no, it's not that, I'll believe you. But if it comes to light that, like, oh, you actually lied to me and it was actually what it was, I'm leaving. Like, I'm not going to stay. But I used to be the person that will, like, go off. Like, it's funny now. It wasn't funny then. But, like, once I figure something out, like, I will literally call my girlfriend. And I remember the person I was dating, like, he was asleep or whatever. And I called my girlfriend. I was like, girl, this mother boop, 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 think I'm stupid. He literally sleeping in my bed right now. And he don't know that. I just found out. And he popped up, girl, like the Holy Spirit. And I said, yeah. Boop. And
this is why I jumped back. I, too. We recovered.
And I will say, no, don't put your hands on nobody. You know,
but if they test,
but
hit that man in his sleep.
No. We will not condone violence because you should definitely keep your hands to yourself.
You should
definitely keep your hands to yourself. But it was sometimes, like, if you're not at a point to where you have done your own work, because at that point I was not doing no work. Like, I was basically just surviving. Yes. And so, like, yeah, I went upside his head, you know, and I definitely kicked him out of my house. Never spoke to him again. And like, he even had the audacity to circle the block and everything. It was just like, absolutely not. Like, I let you in. I was vulnerable. Never again, you know. And I think it's okay for women to go through the process of accepting that, like, if this is just not it, and if it takes you time to leave it alone, then make sure you are taking your time to leave it alone. Not saying I'm gonna leave it alone and I'm gonna go back to it, leave it alone, go back to it, but it's just like, I'm gonna do it on your own time. I hope that's as clear as it can be, because sometimes breakups are like really hard, right? And you gotta help wean yourself off of a person. And sometimes that looks like going cold turkey, you know, but sometimes that also looks like the way you show up is looking different to the point where you're not giving yourself to that person anymore. But I went off. That was not a version of me. I was very young at the time. I had a different perception of relationships at the time. And like, it sent me to a place. So I'm a pop offer when I figure out that I will pop off. I'm a pop offer when I figured out that you've done me dirty as far as like cheating, you know, because it's also a health thing as well too. Like, you could have just been honest and gave me the choice to do what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And to seeing if I was okay with like this dynamic. And if I wasn't, I would have just gone on somewhere, you know. But to lie, it sent me to another place. So I popped out. The phone went one way and then I went the other way. It was crazy.
Listen, my story is, this is somebody, the same person we've been dating about 4 or 5 years. sleep. That man phone went off in the middle of the night, and I guess he was so out of it, maybe from drinking. He passed me the phone, woke me up out of sleep, and was like, "Here." I looked at the phone, girl. It's a dating app. The dating app is going off, and when I tell you, I punched that man in his face.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel bad about it.
Yeah.
You know, and from then, like, I plan to get my stuff. I moved out, got my own place. The man followed me, child.
It's toxic.
It's just a cycle, right?
Yeah,
it's a cycle.
It's toxic.
But, and I remember, like, even, like, so many other fights, like, throwing glass cups. And I mean, like, I am pissed, right? Yeah. But that is, like, in your early 20s, like, you don't do the work. And you don't have that mental restraint enough to be like, okay, literally, it's not even worth it. Like,
it's not worth it.
Let me just walk away. This person doesn't deserve me, and I don't deserve to be in that place. And for that side of me to come out, a side that I didn't even know was in there, right?
Yeah.
And so you got to be able to say, okay, this is turning me into somebody that I'm not.
Yeah.
And I have to be able to say, this is not the type of person I want to be. This is not how I want to be portrayed, right? Yeah. And you got to be able to walk away.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, my bounce back game is so strong now. Like, I would act like we've never met.
Never.
We've never met.
Sorry to that man.
Sorry to that man. That's what sorry to that man. I've never met this man before. Like Mariah said, who is he? Okay. Who is she? I don't know her. I don't know him. Like, I don't know you. Like, you know, like, I will, and that works for me. You know, there might be different things that work for different people, but like going to therapy, talking about like how the relationship, like how I entered it and how I'm leaving the relationship has definitely been helpful. But then also knowing that I don't have to give this person any more of me, that's empowering. I don't know, something about that. It's not avoidance or anything like that, but it just lets me know that like I am choosing myself. And sometimes it just gets to that point.
And it's just saying enough is enough. Like, I don't want to partake in this cycle anymore.
Yeah.
And also, like you said, getting tested. It is so important. And I think even looking back, like, as a younger me, like, I feel like, maybe TMI, but I feel like your coochie can tell.
Your coochie can tell? Yes, it can. Yes,
it can tell, right?
It can so tell.
And when you're young and it happens, like, you're just like, oh, what's going on? Do I have a yeast infection? Like, what is it, right? Mm-hmm. As you get older and you have knowledge and experiences, you realize it can tell. It can tell. And that was a telltale sign, right? But me being young and naive had no idea.
Yeah.
But I feel like for people who are maybe going through that, or you're not sure, like, your
body
will tell, you know. And then, like, once I found out, I was like, oh, this makes sense because blah blah blah. As soon as we got done, this blah blah happened, right? Yeah. And so it's like literally being in tune with yourself, not only mentally and emotionally, but like literally physically. Your body will give it away that something is happening, and it's not okay, right?
Yeah.
And it's really unfair to cheat because you're putting somebody else at risk of getting things that are not curable. One, to give me anything, period, curable or not. But the things that are not curable that nobody talks about, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, two people can have sex and that person sleeping with whoever, they sleeping with whoever, right? And it's just a chain reaction and you're exposing yourself to so many bodies.
Yeah.
And that's not hygienic, right?
Mm-mm.
If you think on a spiritual aspect, not only soul ties, but whatever spirit that person is carrying, right? If they're not healed and they got their own demons that they're battling, you lay down with them, you now have that, right? And then whoever they lay down with, it's just like a chain reaction of so many things. And you know, like they say, I snatched your soul, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's funny, right? And it's a phrase, but when you really think about it, that can also be like spiritual demonic, right? Because after we get done doing the do, I shouldn't be exhausted. And if I'm really exhausted, you have something on you that is now affecting me. Because, right, if we do the do, I should be like, oh, refresh, I feel good. You know, I feel relaxed. Baby, what you need done? I got you, right?
Yeah.
But the minute I feel like, okay, I'm so exhausted. Like, I just cannot get up. I have no energy. I'm sleeping for 4 days afterwards.
Yeah, like, my whole mood changed.
Literally, that's a whole spiritual thing that nobody even, I feel like, doesn't think to consider. Or now I can't sleep. Now since I ain't been able to sleep good. Like, that's something, right?
Yeah, it is. That's why I think like you got to be very mindful of like, you know, is the relationship is really healthy for you? Like you said, sometimes your body will know before you emotionally will come to realization that it's just not working. And I think sometimes like having that boundary like, and I think you should also have that boundary in your relationship, even if y'all are married. That like, if your partner's in a bad place and you're in a good place, look, we gotta put a pause on sex right now. Like, like I don't know what's going on with you, but I want to see you show up for you, and then like, and when we are on the same wavelength, then we can have sex again. It's not necessarily like you're using that like boundary to control sex, but it's just saying that I'm protecting my body. I still believe that even if you're married, you still got to protect your body. You still got to protect yourself spiritually. And so like we experience different energies and different people that we come across because like we're human. And so I think it's really in your due diligence just to protect yourself. If especially if you have forgiven your partner and they cheated, you still need to go through the process of protecting yourself. Go, y'all both go get tested. And then also sometimes you may have to rethink if like the person that you're still with is even still worth being with, because if I'm saying like, okay, I'm gonna go get tested, I'm gonna go like, take care of my body, and you're not doing the same, that doesn't help create trust back in the relationship either. And so I think some women and men are like are saying that they forgive and they want to move on, but forgiveness does not always mean reconciliation.
It doesn't. And a lot of people say I can forgive, but you have those moments, right?
Yeah.
Whether a song, a smell,
Oof.
right? A vision, a show, whatever. The trigger immediately, right? And then you're taken back to that moment and that time where you feel like you were at your smallest, when you got hurt, right? And that tells you that you thought you were healed, but you're not. Right? And you have more work to process, because those memories can still come and happen however long after the fact, right? So you really got to sit down and ask yourself, is this something that I can put myself through, right? And it's something that I can tolerate for however long it is. And sometimes you got to be real and say, okay, I really can't tolerate this. No. Like, I want to be with you, I want to forgive you, but I literally just can't do it. And you have to be able to be strong enough to walk away and say, this isn't healthy for me anymore.
Yeah, and not punish the person that cheated on you. Now y'all both miserable. Like, what is that about? Like, just let it go by just releasing yourself from that partner or that whatever happened in that situation. And so I don't think that like once a person cheated that they need to like forever be indebted to you because that happened. No, leave the situation. And I know that sounds easier said than done, but it's okay to take gradual steps of disconnecting or detaching from that relationship and having a very honest conversation that like this is not working. And keep in mind that when you come into couples therapy, that don't necessarily mean that like y'all gonna leave together.
That is true. I have seen after therapy, they're like, you know what? I really don't want to do this with you.
Yeah, like this is it. Like we should let this go. And this is like, you know what? That may be the best thing that y'all can do for each other. Is just to both go y'all separate ways. And you might have that other person that's like, I still want this. You don't know what place they're speaking that from. You know, so it's okay to just allow your emotions to pass when you miss somebody, or like when you think about saving a relationship. That's an emotion. It can pass, okay? Because down the line, you just never know what could be on the other side for you once you decide to let it go.
That's good. That's good. That's making me think of something I put in one of those journals about like when you are dealing with a breakup, you know, you're gonna miss that person, right? And when you think you miss them, you think that means, okay, I need to get back with them and reconcile, right? But it's okay to miss the person and the memories, right? And you also got to be able to separate: do I miss them or do I miss the things that we did together, right? Do I miss them or do I miss having someone to go to the store with, to kick it at the house, just to sit with me, right? Like, which one am I really missing? And just because you miss someone doesn't mean you're like doing a disservice to yourself, or you feel like, what's wrong with me? Why should I miss the person who hurt me, right? But by naturally, as being a human, you're going to miss that interaction or that relationship. And you got to tell yourself, it's okay to miss them, but that doesn't mean I have to get back with them. Right?
It's okay, like you said, to just have that feeling. And let it pass, y'all. Like literally give it some time, and just being honest, because I think some people like they start to shame themselves for like missing a person, or they start to shame themselves for like even still having love for the person. It's just like, no, y'all had some good moments. It's just that it's not meant for y'all to be together.
Time is up.
Maybe
put a stop sign on it. Okay. Yeah, girl. So cheating is hard. I feel if anybody has to go through it, but definitely do the work. Reach out
Yes.
to like your close ones to help you through it. You do not have to isolate yourself and go through it alone because it is a hard process. You know, you definitely need your village and your circle, your friends, your cousins, whoever to help you through that time.
Yeah, or just to distract y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. I hope you guys are getting connected to a therapist or tapping into your sister circles about today's episode. And of course, if y'all have any funny cheating stories, please share it below. Like we have some stories to tell, okay? But we are not those people, so we don't condone violence in relationships.
I'm straight off power to the whole house.
Okay.
I've done it. Don't regret it.
But please make sure you go and find your own healing, and we will see y'all next time.
Bye.